Yes, I think the Prime Minister is demanding. I think is rightly demanding because it's time that India had a demanding person as Prime Minister. It's no secret that being appointed a minister came as a bit of a surprise. It was not something which I had even imagined at that time. I'm talking of 2019. I had done 40 plus years as a diplomat, then gone into the private sector. And, you know, my expectation was, okay, that's where I'm going to sort of finish up, if you would. Then this change of plan happened, not on my part. But I must say, obviously when you shift so drastically, it is quite unsettling because it's a different world. It's a different world with different rules and different processes and different, I would say, a culture in a way. So you try to see how everything around you is working and whether you can internalize that and make yourself part of that world. It's, you know, some of it does rub off onto you, but a lot of it finally is you are who you are. I have tried to kind of do my best in those circumstances. You know, what I felt has worked for me, partly people do not, you know, people expect me to be myself, you know. So the way I'm sure the question you asked, you wouldn't have asked another minister. Huh? So, you know, you are asking me this because you think I'm going to answer you in that particular fashion. So, part of it is today the expectation is different, the awareness is different. I see a lot of interest in India. You'd be surprised how much interest there is in foreign policy about the world, you know. I go to small, I won't even say cities, towns sometimes. Sometimes even you know, I would say big rural areas. There's a lot of interest. But in terms of how I navigate and get used to this, it does, you know, it's been, I would say I won't say challenge, but you have to raise your level of confidence, self-confidence, because, you know, something as simple as, say, or not so simple as standing up in Parliament. Now, for years, I have advised ministers from what we call the official gallery, saying, you know, this is how you do this. I mean, which is what Jaideep would do if today he was in the ministry. But it's another thing to stand there and do it yourself. It's one thing to be a secretary of a department and tell your minister, this is my best advice. If you are the minister, in a sense, you are now the person taking that advice and making that decision. And finally, of course, as you say, a lot of it depends, you know, like in any outfit, on the boss. So, who is the leader or the, you know, the main person, and how do they set the tone? You know, I'm so glad you chose that understated word, demanding. Yes, I think the Prime Minister is demanding. I think is rightly demanding because it's time that India had a demanding person as Prime Minister. That is the only way. You know, I mean, look, we have kicked so many problems down the road. We've taken so many soft options. It's always the convenience of the day. Today, I can honestly say that it's not, you know, often decisions are made which may not be so easily popular at that moment. But they are very sound governance decisions, including during COVID. So it's tough to work for a demanding boss, but at the end of the day, you actually, if you feel that's the kind of person the country needs, I think you're willing to do whatever you have to do at that time.